Hey, what's up guys? This is AyjAy from the USA GeoGuessr community, and today I'll be giving you highlights from week 1 of the Duels League. First off, we'll start with Kirilka and Lumin on AyjAy Alaska. So this first round here kind of sets the pace of the whole game. As you can see, they have a pretty close score of over 5,000. This is all credit to Lumin's YouTube channel. Finds Diamond Ridge Road in Diamond Ridge, Alaska. Finds the cemetery spawned by. And waits for Kirilka to submit his response, thinking he might have had the 5K, could jump right ahead. Nope, Kirilka was right there, and that pretty much evens out the score. And this would be the pace of the game until the last round, when suddenly Lumin notices he's on Tongass Highway, which is down by Ketchikan. He goes and finds the spot, finds the intersection he started by, goes back to the start, submits his guess, and with that, Kirilka will guess momentarily here, and that will secure it for Lumin. So that's his first win of the season, and pretty handily too. Final score of 52-78-0, improving Lumin's record to 1-0 and dropping Kirilka to 0-1. Next we'll move on to Sheepy and Drazi on AyjAy Hawaii. So right off the bat here, Drazi guesses in Hawaiian acres. And it's a pretty distinct grid in Hawaii. Feels pretty good about that guess, just exploring around as he's waiting for Sheepy to guess. And she guessed on the other end of the big island, and that would really set the pace of the game, sending Drazi way ahead of Sheepy. And now we jump to the final round where we have Nahiku, which is on the island of Maui. Goes ahead and submits his guess, thinking he's got the win already, and then Sheepy guesses further down the coast, and that will do it for Drazi, winning on AyjAy Hawaii. Pretty easily too, with the final score 59-10-0, proving his record to 1-0 and dropping Sheepy to 1-1. Next we got Appo versus me on IG New Jersey. So first off, let's set the pace of this game. The whole theme of this game was pretty much get a 5K or else, and that was definitely true for this first round in West Orange, New Jersey. And I finally found the crossroad that we were at, went back to the start, got my guess in, and Appo got his 1 second later. So now here comes the first round that was not a 5K by the both of us. Appo got street sign meta from practice, and I mean, that just shows you what kind of player he is. Better than me. I was lucky enough to find the highway, and then that got him way ahead. Except 1 round later, here I was. I've managed to find the road just in the nick of time, and it was long enough where Appo couldn't get it, and that just so happened to even it out. Now we'll jump to the last round, which frankly I'm pretty embarrassed of. I was looking for Lumberton Township, which was right by where I clicked, but I decided to click away from it without realizing it was right there, and that would finally end the game after 10 rounds, leading Appo to win 22-30-0, improving his record to 1-0 and dropping mine to 0-1. Next we'll move on to Eamonn versus gurf on AyjAy Utah. So first of all, you see Eamonn guesses first, but that doesn't matter for gurf, as he has the street sign meta down, and it is in Pleasant View, Utah. And he finds the general area that he's spawned in, and he makes sure it's the right town. And there you go. That really sets the pace of this game, as it puts gurf way ahead and throws Eamonn into the red. Now move on to the last round here. Once again, Eamonn guesses quick, but it is not quick enough, as gurf manages to find the general area of where they spawned, leading gurf to beat Eamonn on AyJay Utah. The final score of 39-15-0, making his record 1-1 and dropping Eamonn to 0-1. Next we got FB versus me on IG Wisconsin. There's another round about getting the 5K, so round 1 right here was in the Milwaukee suburb of Shorewood, and we were by Capitol and Murray, and I think the naming of Capitol Street might have thrown off FB, as he tunnel visioned Madison. I guessed in Shorewood, and he guessed right in Madison, and that really set the pace of this game, as it put me way ahead and put FB deep in the yellow. We jump now to round 4, where I found Antigo, not Antigo, as I said in the video. My fault to all the Wisconsinites out there. And I got the 5K. FB was too far, and that will end the game right there. Final score 6,000-0, flawless victory, improving my record to 1-1 and dropping FB to 0-1. Next, we got Vortexx and Rumi on Akusa. and this is one of the rare no-moving games of the season. Score was pretty even here until this round here. It was a clear Florida round, probably northern Florida based on the looks. Rumi guesses in Tallahassee, but Vortexx guesses in Jacksonville, and that puts him way ahead of Rumi as they move on to the next round, but he's still alive. The next round was a clear Hawaii round, and there's really the best, you gotta do your best guess on these no moving rounds where you don't have any island specific clues necessarily. Rumi decided to guess here on Oahu. Vortexx went for Maui. It was on the big island, but because of the multipliers in the distance, that was enough for Vortexx to defeat Rumi. The final score 39-49 to 0, improving his record to 1-0 and dropping Rumi to 0-1. Next we got Lumin and Egghead on AyjAy, Wyoming. Lumin finds this rural field on Highway 14 and happens to get the 5K, which sets him way ahead of Egghead here. Guessing northern part of Wyoming, Egghead went center, and that put him way ahead. Then a few rounds later, another very rural location, and is by some sort of ranch in the hills, and Lumin thinks he's found it, scans around to make sure he's got it, submits his guess, and sure enough, it does the job. Not necessarily a 5K, but it does more than enough, and that'll give him a pretty easy victory on AyjAy, Wyoming, with the final score 48-48 to 0, improving his record to 2-0 and dropping Egghead to 0-1. And finally, we got Vortexx versus pianoman, AyjAy, Hawaii. Hawaii maps are super popular this time around, and it only makes sense for the Hawaiian in the competition to pick a map as well. He finds this location on his map leading with 6,000, and that will do the job against Vortexx. Vortexx guessed in Kauai, the wrong island, and that'll do the job right there. Pianoman wins this one 6,000 to 0, improving his record to 1-0 and dropping Vortexx to 1-1. And now take a look at the playoff picture. I know it's only week 1, but this will give you a nice sense of how things will change as the season goes on. And here are the division leaders. And that'll do it. I hope you all enjoyed the highlights of week 1, and we'll be back for week 2. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.